What the kids say these days? YOLO swag. You know where this comes from? This comes from basketball.
Oh, really? I just saw on TikTok.
Yeah.
I don't know what.
There was a player that his name's D'Angelo Russell. He's really bad, but he's got famous for doing this when he made a shot.
Oh.
It's like, I'm ice cold.
I see. That's cool.
And there's another guy. His name is Trae Young.
Yeah.
He does this.
Oh.
Can you pretend to be interested in what I said? Let's try again. So there's Trae Young. He does this.
Oh, wow.
That's f***ing terrible. Come on now. Do better.
Welcome to IRL, sponsored by HTC, a podcast about intelligence, realities, life, and everything in between. I'm Anthea.
And I'm Matthew. Mosquito. Just kidding. It's my shirt. And this is my tech bite. Just kidding.
Wait,
I'm just kidding. So, welcome to our podcast, guys. I like the intro. It's intelligence now, right? Intelligence
Instead of immersion.
immersion. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. So, we're going to jump into tech bites, right?
Yes.
So, tech bites now has become a different segment. This segment is now like a little bit of a competition between me and you because I want to beat you in everything. So, I'll introduce mine and then you can introduce yours and then we'll have our producer, Dennis, right there. That was pretty cool, right? Decide whose tech bite is better and we'll have a scoring system. Oh, watch this. I went and spent my own money on a little whiteboard for us to keep track because I'm competitive.
Oh, like to keep track of all the
Yeah.
tech bite competition.
Yes. And we'll maybe keep score somewhere, put it in the back.
Okay.
Right. So do you want to go first with your tech bite?
No, you can go first.
But I want to go second.
Oh.
Should we scissors, paper, rocket? Paper, scissors, stone
paper,
it?
Scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors it?
Huh?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No, not yet. Okay, right.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I want you to go first.
Okay, fine. So
You're in trouble.
So for my tech bite, I actually want to buy this myself, but
Okay.
it's kind of expensive. Well, not really. It's like around $250.
Keep price in consideration, judge. Okay.
$250, and it's, I don't know if you heard of it. It's called EMO.
Well, I've heard of them and they're a little bit depressing, but what is it?
It's a tiny robot. So it's about like this size.
Oh, crap. Uh-huh.
Like that.
What does it do though?
So it's like a pet. So it's very interactive. You can like touch his or his, it's his, her, it, them, they. You can pat it on, but pronouns very important.
Yeah.
You can pat the robot's like head.
Wow.
And then like the robot would like giggle. You know how like when you're tickling like a dog or like scratching like a dog's belly, it would kind of like,
So it's kind of like a robotic doll, like a futuristic. Oh, robotic pet.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's like useful. Well, I can't say that about pets. Pets are useful too. But it's very interactive as in like it understands you without needing any training.
Okay.
It's because it's AI.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's not just a robot; it's like an AI robot. And I think they have the company. They're called Living AI. They've been creating different generation of like robots. So the newest one is called AIBI, AIBI.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's like a smaller one, like small
How
enough.
small is it?
Like this small.
Okay.
Like I can show you like a video of it.
I do want to
where
see
Emo
a
and
video of
Abby are talking to each other. So Emo's like the first generation, sort of, where they're not generation, but like different devices, right? In a sense, Abby is like small, where you can put it in your pocket if you have like a pocket here. You can put it here. So like this is them talking to each other, meeting for the first time.
Okay, so they're like kind of small, on the smaller side.
Yeah.
This one looks like a vacuum cleaner. Okay.
Say hello to Emo.
Say hello. Oh, that's kind of cute.
Right? It's
That's low-key kind of cute.
It's like
a
really,
Wall-E kind of
like,
vibe.
but it's like tiny. And then you can just have it on your desk. And then it could be like alarms. It'll be like, oh, hey Abby, like set an alarm for like 7 a.m. And then you put it next to your like bedstand or something, and at 7 a.m. it would start like, you know, making music, sounds or whatever.
So like it's very interactive.
Very,
it sounds
very.
like.
And like they've been also trying to like, you know, you can ask questions, and then the robot would reply.
Okay, so 𝐓𝐻𝐸's the one.
Or both of them could do this, but 𝐓𝐻𝐸 has more like features.
Because 𝐓𝐻𝐸's like more talky, right?
It's because it's also bigger, right?
Okay, and AIBI's like more like pet-like kind
portable pet-like. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's $250.
$250, right? USD.
Yes.
US dollarinos.
But there's no like subscription or anything.
Are there tariffs involved in this purchase? You're not sure.
I'm actually not sure, but you know, I checked China's website because the company is actually like from China.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you buy from the States, it's actually cheaper.
Oh, cool. I like that.
Because I think what they're doing is they're setting the location in the States.
No, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
Well, I thought when you were describing this, I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world because like in my head, it's like one of those like fake pet like
yeah,
things.
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
And I saw that on like Kickstarter and it's cringe as hell.
Yeah.
But this is actually really cool.
This
reminds
cute.
me of just because it's kind of techie. When I was a kid, it was a techie toy, but like a Tamagotchi. Because like it kind of did show me like, you know, like how to like have a pet kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I really like this one.
Yeah. No, I think it's just to persuade the judge. I think it's reasonably priced. Like it's not too crazy.
$250 for a pet.
No, but like it's like it won't die unless you break it, right?
Yeah. But what if you drop it though?
Well, yeah, like
I guess it's because it's small. It's probably pretty resistant to like.
Yeah.
You persuaded me.
Yeah, like even I want to buy. Like when I was looking at this, I was like, wow, like I want one too.
You could annoy the fuck out of your coworkers.
And then if you use like 𝐓𝐻𝐸 dances because 𝐓𝐻𝐸 has like legs, right?
Emos don't dance.
No,
they
but,
just cry.
No, but the robot itself, they have like 4 legs, so
yeah.
like it would dance. It's
no,
really
that's
cute.
really no. Okay, I need it.
And you know, like with pets, there's like this trick where you go like bang, and then the dog would like, you know, fake.
Yeah. They roll.
They do it too.
Okay, fine. That kind of got me a little bit.
Yeah.
It's very dog forward. You know, like obviously pets, but they're like boring pets, like a lizard. They just right. But like a dog is like interactive, so I like that they have a little bit of interactivity.
Yeah.
That gets me because I'm like team dog.
Yeah.
Are you team dog or team cat, by the way?
Dogs.
Oh, dogs. All right. So my tech bite. When I was complaining about your price, I was panicking a little bit internally because I realized that mine is $1,000+ My tech bite is $1,000+, but it is it's like a Samsung TV. It's called the Frame. Have you heard of this?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's like a frame that you could turn it off, like turn the TV off, but use it as like a picture kind of.
Yeah, because like I was actually thinking about this, right? Like when I was doing research on this, because I saw this on TikTok. But I was like, wait a second, TVs are so ugly. Like TVs are ugly, right?
Okay.
But we're like used to the ugliness because we like to watch stuff from it, right?
Yeah.
But they're ugly because like it's just like clunky, and then it's like big, and then the stand sometimes is always ugly. You know, a lot of cables.
Those are like the older TVs, right?
Well, the new ones I think are still ugly.
Like the new ones are like more flat and thinner.
Yeah, like some are like flat screen TVs, right?
Yeah.
Like yeah, but I think they're still aesthetically not great looking.
Okay.
In my opinion. And so what the Frame is, it's essentially a TV that you can mount up on the wall, like flat screen TVs. But it's thin and it has a frame.
Looks like a picture frame.
Looks like a picture frame, right? So when you use it, when you're done with it, like you said, you could just turn it off. And instead of turning it off and just being an ugly piece of like junk,
like black screen.
Picture frame. So like you can literally hang it up on a wall where you would normally, like in the living room, you could hang up a picture frame, but it's a picture frame that like has TV capabilities, right? And coolest thing ever, there's a box that you can connect your cables too, right? Like, if you're like
to like hide the cables.
Yeah, so like, if you have a gaming console, you can actually plug it to the box and it will wirelessly transmit to the TV. So it's like wireless. So it's literally bang, just a picture frame, just like this.
So it's like really clean.
Yes. No weird bits and pieces on the side. Like, imagine this would be the frame, but bigger and better, obviously. But yeah, so that's my tech. But I thought it was so cool.
I mean, that's cool, but it's not new, right? Like it's been around for.
Doesn't have to be too new, but that's the thing. So the second frame came out. There's like the frame, I forgot what it's called. The frame 2 or like the frame Pro or something. But that one's the one with like.
But do you know, like, does this cost more, like, in terms of like electricity bills?
Judge discount that because I don't have an answer.
Because it's not eco-friendly, right? If you're like using a lot of like electricity.
Well, your robot needs to use electricity too, no?
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be plugged in 24 hours. Just saying.
I'll get
It's
you
not
next
bad.
time.
It's not bad.
Okay. Well, what do you think, Dennis?
All right. So after listening to both of you passionately arguing your case for your tech bite, let me start with this.
What?
I didn't know about emo or
AIBI.
And honestly, when I first heard you describe it, I thought you were talking about Furby.
Oh.
Like one of those I don't know. When I was growing up, Furby scared the out of
I know,
me.
the eyes, right?
The eyes and what they would say, the way they move. But I think they did such a great job making the design
It's pretty cool.
of emo. It's very cute. I think price-wise, it's kind of in a... It's like almost at like an impulse buy price point for me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like it will hurt quite a bit, but I feel like it's one of those things that one day I'm just gonna like have a slip of the finger and just like, order.
let's go for
it's
it.
like a good birthday gift.
It is a good birthday gift.
Yeah. So,
If you're Bill Gates.
but honestly, that might not be a great thing because I'm actually struggling a little bit to find like a good use case for it. I guess like if I wanted emotional support from a desktop robot, I would get it. But I do have a dog, so.
So because Mr. Judge has a dog, the robot pet might not be as.
Okay, I think we should find more judge. It's not fair to have this one judge.
You think so?
Who's like on the older side. And a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Just saying.
So this is
Just
gender
saying.
crime. So you're saying that there's gender inequality in the IRL podcast.
Wow, your
age.
lobbying skills are very questionable.
Because like
In age, yeah.
when you have like an old person kind of like judge this.
So it sounds like you don't like this guy.
No, I'm just saying, right? Like, they're not very like familiar with tech because there wasn't tech when they were
You're
young.
right. They used to do the telegram.
Or like the beep the call thing, like
Morse
the,
code.
No, no.
The
Those are-
beeper. What's it called?
beeper, right?
The
Oh, well, yeah.
Sorry. The beeper. Okay. So you think it might be too advanced for him?
Yeah, because like if I show it to my dad be like, huh? Like Dennis could be my dad. So just saying. Anyways, go on.
All right. Okay.
Wait, you should have given that after he gives the verdict because he might have chosen yours.
Well, at this point, it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Now the frame. When it first came out, quite a while ago, back when I was a young man,
Shade.
I thought it was like the best idea ever. But at the time, the price point was so high, and it just did not make any sense. But I do agree. I completely agree with you. It's one of those products that I think just makes so much sense because TVs are ugly.
Yeah.
Like even they're just like this ominous black box.
Yeah.
That you put on your wall. And I just thought, oh man, like with OLED technology, you can have this always on. And while it does use some electricity, because it's OLED, it's actually still significantly less than traditional flat screen TVs even.
Oh, I don't know what OLED is.
LED.
But what's
Right.
the O? I know
Organic.
LED is LED, but the O?
Organic.
Organic. See? No GMOs in our LEDs. No GMOs in our LEDs. Premium. Let's go.
But I do have to say, I do think the frame requires a certain type of interior design to actually work. Your TV, like your layout, has to be like just right for it to be okay.
So it's for rich people, basically.
Kind of,
Okay.
I guess.
Or like it's like I don't know when are you like buying a TV?
When am I? I can never, probably not in the near future.
Right? Because like that's just not like our age to buy like a TV. No?
Yeah, I guess for me it's in my pipe dream because now I just use my MacBook because the company paid for it. You know, I just use it for like YouTube and stuff. So I don't actually have a TV at home, but.
So I was originally actually going to give this one to Anthea. But,
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
But I think I like the frame more now. I don't know why.
She had a meltdown. She had a meltdown. So took it. My personality just shined. One. Ooh, you hear that? This is also an ASMR podcast. Wait, let's do that again.
But I will say, I think I'm going to order an emo right now.
No, honestly, the emo is kind of fire. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. It is very cool. Because I got the whiteboard, during our conversations, because it gets pretty heated on IRL, don't it? I brought a little bit of a interruption device if they want to kind of speak their mind or anything. Both Dennis or Terry, they can touch the chicken. All right, so we've got formats in this podcast now. Let's go. So we move on to the next little segment where we will have Terry take over. Mm-hmm. Let's go.
Welcome to Today in Tech, a segment where I, Terry, read some trending AI news and headlines for Matt and Anthea, and just to get their candid reactions.
Let's go.
All right, you ready for this?
Yes.
Okay. OpenAI, the main character in AI right now. You might have seen that everybody is still making Studio Ghibli images. Mm-hmm. This is incredibly, unbelievably, mind-blowingly popular. So, when ChatGPT first launched and was propelled into the mainstream, when everyone that you've ever heard of started coming out into droves to proclaim that, oh my God, ChatGPT is going to completely change the world, ChatGPT is going to start a real tech revolution. During that period, a couple of years ago, they got 1 million new users a week. And at that time, it was proclaimed the fastest growing app ever, or something like that. With this Studio Ghibli thing recently, holy they're getting 1 million paid users in an hour.
Wait, what? 1 million?
1 million paying users.
1 million in an hour?
Yeah, per hour.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Okay.
Yeah, so that's not even the free tier. That's 1 million people an hour paying at least $20 a month. So despite all discussions about ChatGPT and others like Gemini or DeepSeek, the real story is that the growth that ChatGPT alone is experiencing is just obscene. What do you think about that?
You know, it's actually I was thinking about this because I have a bunch of friends that are they just buy ChatGPT. Like they purchase it. And for me, I just cannot believe that.
Why? I don't think it's that bad. It's not too expensive.
How much is it? I don't even know.
It's $20, right?
A month?
Yeah, a month. Like I think it's worth it if you're using it every day or like multiple times a day.
But can't you just use the free version?
No, because for the free version, it's limited.
How is it?
For example,
limited?
for the image generator, I think you can only generate like 4 to, I'm not 10. I mean, I bought it, so I'm not sure, but like.
Oh, so you bought it too?
Yeah. And then if you buy it, then you can just continue to generate.
Okay. So for you bought it so you can use all the features more every day.
Yeah, and no, it's also because I use it every day, right?
Huh,
So it makes sense. It's like Spotify isn't cheap either, right?
That is
you
true.
pay for Spotify.
But I use so if I use it every day.
Yeah, so it's worth it for you.
Okay. Cuz like this news actually blew my mind cuz I cannot believe there are that many purchases of this. Because for me I use the free tool. I use it to kind of check grammar, kind of Google stuff, maybe plan stuff out, and it's working perfect. Like AI is amazing. So like for me to like imagine people was 1 million every hour.
Yeah.
Purchasing AI, it just is like it just took me by surprise a little
But I
bit.
feel like it's not that crazy because like it's globally, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not just in the States. Like 1 million isn't just like America, right? Yeah. So it's okay. It's actually not that much.
That's so much money though.
Like it's fast, yes, like every hour, but like it's no.
20 million an hour is so much money to me. Like I can't even fathom that. You know?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot of money, but I don't think it's crazy.
So you if you were to guess before this news, you would have guessed something similar. Like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah, and also a lot of corporates are encouraging or startups, I would
Mm-hmm.
say, smaller companies are encouraging their employees to use it as well. So
Yeah,
they pay
yeah.
for their employees. Yeah.
Like a corporate bundle or whatever, right? Sure,
Yeah.
right.
What's one cool like application you guys seen people use for the paid version?
Ooh.
I can share one.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
an
what-
auntie that I know is like she uses GPT. She pays for GPT and like takes images of her fridge or like food and asks, "What can I make out of this?" and gives like a suggested recipe. And she already knows how to cook, so maybe that's helpful in a way. But like maybe I don't know if someone who doesn't know how to cook, that might just be a nightmare as well.
That's awesome that you can take a picture of your fridge and then they can generate recipes and stuff.
I just think it's kind of crazy that, like you had a whole year of people like his auntie, like offices and like enterprises, like promoting ChatGPT and all the media talking about how revolutionary ChatGPT is. And Hayao Miyazaki, the Studio Ghibli thing comes and blows everyone away. It's like, that's why you should pay $20 for this. And like everyone's like, yeah, I'm paying $20 for this.
Of all the things that would,
But
I really want to know what Hayao Miyazaki thinks.
But I think it's a trend, right? Like the reason why everyone's paying for it because it's a trend. Like everyone's posting on their social media. Like even aunties I know like that they don't really take pictures, but they're also posting them as well. Yeah. So.
I think AI's cornering of the market is so amazing because like it's literally any publicity is good publicity now, right? Because there can literally be an article about how bad AI is or like how AI probably killed a few people and people will say, oh, AI, yeah, let's go try that out. Like any negative news will warrant some purchases.
Yeah.
Anything, like the fact that like this, like Dennis was saying, this AI tool, it generates like Studio Ghibli like artwork. That news, which is the basic use of ChatGPT, now it generates so many so many purchases. That's like just wild to me that they've just won.
Yeah.
AI has won.
You know what they say? All publicity is good publicity.
Literally, right?
NWA.
Wow.
I'm like paraphrasing it, but yeah.
Wow. They really got good attitudes. Okay, well,
But you should answer to Terry's question first.
sorry, what was your question? I was blown away by the money.
Do you know
Yeah.
anyone who uses paid GPT? Paid open?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. ChatGPT, and what do they use it for?
Well, you want me to go first?
Yeah, sure.
So I have a coworker that pays for ChatGPT, and they're taking their family out on a trip, like a skiing trip, right? And they asked ChatGPT like to plan the whole route for them, right? Like, so 7 days. This is our budget. This is what we want to do. Like, give me a day-to-day schedule / itinerary. And the itinerary they generated was so good that like it took me back, because that's literally the itinerary that I went on, right, when I went to Japan to ski for the first time. Like it was to like a really cool skiing resort that like you can just ski to get to like places. So like you ski to the restaurant, you ski to like the spa area, and it just blew my mind that like all the coworker prompted ChatGPT was, I want to go on a skiing vacation with my family, right? Anywhere in the world, like give me like, you know, some destinations and like plan the itinerary. And it was just perfect because it was a perfect skiing trip for me. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So cool.
Like I'm a lazy planner. I could use that.
And it's like to the T, man, to the f***ing T. Like every restaurant, they gave me the restaurant. I was like, damn, that's a good one. like that's the best one there. Like a human couldn't, like I couldn't give a better recommendation than that, you know?
Okay. Fair.
For me, I think it's like when I ask my friends or like my like sister for advice, like let's say I have like this email where like this person is being extremely passive aggressive, and like when you see it, you want to be like, oh my gosh, you want to like there's this like anger inside, but you know what, you have to be professional. You can't like act out. So then like,
would you like to call them out, their name?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'll leave this out.
No, you have to also like cover my mouth.
I will. Don't worry.
I cannot believe. Okay, cool.
No, but okay, this is speaking from experience. It was like I was asking my sister, right, because she's older than me and she's been like in the corporate like life for like a very long time. So I was like, oh, how can I respond to this like kind of rude email, but like still be very professional and nice. Like I don't want to be rude back, but I want to like draw that boundary.
You want to take the higher road.
Yeah, I want to be the bigger person, but I also want to draw that boundary that, you know, it's like kind of just make it clear that it's sure I can help you, but like this is not my job. But like, so being the bigger person, being nice and not like acting out. And then she was like, that's a really good way to like respond. She was like, how about you ask ChatGPT?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I never thought about it, right? It's like, because like, you know, she doesn't really know how to phrase it for me either, right? Because she's kind of annoyed too, like when I told her what happened. And then she's been telling me like she's been using ChatGPT to help her generate like responses, but in like professional, nice way. Yeah. But also like kind of drawing that boundary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually very smart.
And so ChatGPT composed your message back.
Yeah, and then sometimes I would disagree because ChatGPT might be too friendly. I'd be like, no. I'm like, they don't deserve that. Like,
wow, that guy right there, Mr. does not deserve that.
It could be a
or
girl.
Mrs. Mr. or Mrs. Sorry, beep out everything. Beep out everything. I'm sorry. Wow.
Yeah.
That's good. No, that is a great. That's too good.
But then I actually want to add on one thing. Yeah. Like you know how a lot of people have like online debates and like comment sections or like like I've been seeing a lot of people using ChatGPT as like the judge. Like, hey, even AI say you're wrong.
No, that doesn't work.
No, but I'm not saying that's good. I'm just pointing it out.
But I'm just saying that I have actually like read a lot of articles on this, but whatever you ask them, they'll agree. They're like yes, man or woman.
No, but they're not saying like yes or no. They'll be like, what do you think? Because like so the person putting it in the question isn't saying like this person is wrong, right? Mm-hmm. Instead of saying that, they're like so what they prompt is like this is happening right now. In your opinion, do you think this is right, wrong, or should this be changed or like whatever? So they're having ChatGPT act as a judge, and people are like, "See, even AI say you're not right."
Stupid, but
yeah. So basically, if you did that, then Dennis wouldn't be hurt. But anyways,
yeah, for sure.
Replace me with AI.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right. Okay. I'm gonna move on.
But sorry, just to like and end on a good note. Like I think it's great that people are like paying so much or like putting money into this industry, because I think it's so amazing that like it can write all of these passive aggressive emails for Anthea and like plan trips.
Nice, friendly, professional.
Nice. You're right.
Emails.
Take the high road emails. It's just there's just so many. Literally endless use cases, and the fact that like it's just great.
Second one, Morgan Stanley has assigned this company with an overweight rating, their top Wall Street rating and price target of $435, the absolute highest amongst Wall Street firms. This company's current success is attributed to its integration of OpenAI's GPT-4 to power many AI-based features. For its new mobile app exclusive subscription tier, features like roleplay, explain my answer, and video call, in which users have a video chat with a virtual AI character. With these new features, this company has experienced a very positive surge in its financial performance. The company forecasts its 2025 revenue to be between $962 million and almost $980 million US dollars, surpassing all investor and analyst expectations. This is despite AI costs significantly rising or impacting its gross margins. What company do you think this is?
That's so much money. And also shame on Morgan for calling them overweight. Like what? Come on, it's 2025. Why are we doing that fat shaming stuff? What company?
Yeah. Take a wild guess. One each.
A consultant company?
Okay, all right, that's a category. Okay. What about you, Matt?
Like the food industry? Because it's something about overweight.
You're just hungry, man.
I am hungry.
All right. It's Duolingo.
Oh, crap. That makes sense.
Yeah.
We should have gone that.
Do you use Duolingo?
I don't.
do, but then I don't know. It didn't. Can you repeat the beginning again? I was a little confused with the beginning.
Okay. So Morgan Stanley has assigned this company with an overweight rating.
Overweight.
Their top Wall Street rating and price target of $435 is the absolute highest among Wall Street firms.
Okay. I think that's warranted. Warranted, because I think that's really cool. Because like the video call thing that you said, right? Great. Because I don't use Duolingo, but I have a friend that uses Duolingo, and they have like the calling
Duolingo Max?
The calling game or something like that, where like
Duolingo Max.
It's called Duolingo Max. Yeah, where you can like have a phone conversation with like AI, right?
Well, not just a phone. They design it to be like a FaceTime.
Yeah. Oh, that's yeah. That's I just think that's such a great use case in these days, because like I would say that to learn language, right? Like language wise, one of the first use cases would be to be able to have a phone call with someone, right? So like that use case right there just hits language learning apps right on there, you know, right on the head. But that's really cool. What about you? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I personally use Duolingo every day because of the streak. Like, I think I like how they gamify like the app.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, they'll be like, if you don't take a lesson or course, whatever, they will send like a notification, be like, you're missing your course, you know, or they would like emotionally blackmail you, be like, you really want to end your streak, like, you know. And then the owl, because it's an owl, right, for Duolingo, they changed their like icon to like a droopy face, like a really like a really funny face, because you're missing your lesson.
Sorry, the icon in your phone.
Yeah.
They can change the icon now.
So like I think like I've used it before, and then I have like one of those like mini like I guess widget. For that. And then it actually like, because I always break my streaks, so sometimes it's just like frozen, or sometimes there's just like a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
emotionally abusive.
Yeah.
But
so cool
for your language learning.
Shaming me and guilt tripping me into learning like Japanese or something. That's
and
really
then
cool.
And then they have like this new function where if your friend is also on Duolingo, you can do like a friend streak. So you know, remember Facebook? They had the poke thing. Yeah. It's like a poke streak, right? Or like with Snapchat,
like a snap streak.
The snap streak, and then you can have like a streak with your friends.
Oh, like a learning back and forth kind of thing.
So like I have one with my friend, and like they're in Vancouver right now. But then like every time if I like miss a lesson, like the app would be like, oh, your friend is missing you or something like that.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
They're literally using like, they're kind of guilt tripping you.
Yeah.
You know what? Duolingo can do this because it's healthy. It's an healthy
It's
app.
educational.
You know, like they can guilt trip you and you feel good about it because they're helping you improve in something. But what if this was a gaming app? You know, like that would be kind of crazy. That would actually, or like social media.
It's like your pet is dying in the or your
Right.
cow is dying in the farm or something.
Right. Like like if you're playing like a Farmville game, like bro, your cow's becoming a cannibal, bro. Feed your cows. Like, I mean, how gross and dark would that be?
It's not new. Remember Tamogotchi?
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and Digimon, you had to like
or
shake
Neopets.
It. Or Neopets, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow,
Tamagotchis. No, you're right. When that I think the first time I experienced heartbreak was when like that Tamagotchi guy turned into a skeleton, like my pet. I was like, bro, I'm sorry. I had to do my math homework. Oh, you're right. Tamagotchi did that too. Yeah.
Breaking kids' heart early.
But I think it's great. I think Duolingo is ahead of its time. There's no other language app that makes people want to learn as much.
Do you use it?
I don't. I do not use it whatsoever. But I should.
A lot of people like actually using ChatGPT directly to learn a language now, right? Like they're just talking with ChatGPT.
Like I tried it as well, but then I feel like it's kind of hard to be consistent with ChatGPT.
Yeah, because there's no owl emotionally blackmailing you to go back to learn, right?
Yes.
And there's no visual cues. Duolingo has visual cues.
Yeah.
You know, that's great.
Yeah, and then they have they're very organized, right, with their lesson plans. Like you can ask ChatGPT to do that as well, but I don't know. I just felt like it was a lot harder to learn with ChatGPT.
For sure.
Do you pay for Duolingo?
I used to not, but then there's this one time where I lost my streak and I didn't have like the freeze thing. So I was like, I need to keep my streak, so I paid for it.
I think Duolingo is so scummy.
You can pay to
save your streak.
To save your streak?
To save your streak. Oh. And then I was thinking about it because the plan was like if you pay for the annual plan, right? It's actually a lot cheaper and it's like around $50 ish, right? For a year. It's like worth it.
It is worth it.
Right?
It
You're
is
investing in yourself.
worth it. You are.
And the ads really suck. So like paying gets
exactly.
What's wrong with the ads?
No, they take a lot of time.
Yeah, like you do one lesson, like maybe lesson 5 minutes, and then you get like a 30-second ad.
So not only do they make a heck ton of money from ads, they're like extorting people to keep their streak going.
So like two income streams.
Yeah. And then I remember reading an article that they earn more from paid subscription than ads.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
probably.
that's
more people. Yeah.
They are overweight, all right. They are clinically obese, this company.
Like, you know how a lot of games people
Morgan is right.
Like, people aren't willing to pay for the games, right? They're like, I can watch the ads.
That's me all the time.
Yeah, but for like Duolingo, I'm like, no, you're wasting my time. Like, just go on.
I think if I actually paid for it, I would actually learn a language.
Yeah.
Like, I just end up getting fed of like these ads. I have 4 languages that I've never completed on Duolingo.
No, like totally, man. So I was thinking about this right now when you guys are talking about ads. If you add up all the time I've wasted on watching ads because I didn't want to pay for I would be a genius. I would know 5 languages. You know what I mean? Like all those games I used to play. Yeah. I would literally be like the next like Rosetta Stone, you know?
Okay.
Crazy, man. These ads, they really get you. Yeah. I should just pay for stuff. Yeah,
maybe we'll buy you one for Christmas.
Don't. Get me something better. Get me something fun. Yeah, give me emo. Don't get me the Duolingo subscription. What, do you not love me?
The frame's out of your budget.
Yeah. The frame is I couldn't even fit it in my house right now.
Maybe after 10 years of friendship, your budget could go up there, maybe.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I have to flex. My streak is like 565 on Duolingo.
And how many times did you pay your way out of it?
Once.
Okay, that's pretty good.
What was your streak count when you paid for it?
400 something.
Damn, you're good.
That's
at
worth
this.
it. That's
yeah,
worth it.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
I would pay for it too.
I panicked. I was like, and then it was like, do you want to pay? Like initially, it didn't tell me that I can pay for it, and then it broke. Right? It was like, oh, your streak ended, and I was panicking because like it was 400 something, and then they're like, do you want to pay for it?
I hate this company.
Perfect timing.
They're the
Save your streak with how much?
I bet like the UI team decided like, okay, so we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna give them 5 seconds of worry, and then shoot it up there.
By the way,
You can pay for it.
You can save it
save your owl.
with only $50 a year.
They might be
And I'm like, of course, yes, save it.
they're like the Facebook of learning. Like so evil, but you just
In a good
have to
way.
use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like frying broccoli.
It's like tough love.
Yeah. It's just crazy, right? Like you just
What's the love? You're just paying.
No, it's like teaching you a language though, right? It's helping you. It's helping you become like a better person in a sense.
yeah. It
More
is.
knowledgeable.
Wait, so like how long do you have to use it to count as a 1 day streak?
So they have lessons for you, right?
Yeah.
So if you complete one lesson or like one game, like one language game, then it counts as one.
Okay.
Yeah.
They also this episode isn't on Duolingo. But
Sponsored by.
they had this thing. So my roommate used to use Duolingo, and they have good sound effects too.
Yeah.
They have this like whooping. Do you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
yeah.
That sound effect every time they do it, whooping. I'm like, oh, Duolingo. You know that it's in my mind now.
Yeah, I can't hear that. It's playing in my head right
You know that one, right?
Yeah.
The whooping. Am I doing it right?
Yeah.
It goes with doo-doo-doo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It's great. All right, and I think that's all from my news today.
Well, thank you so much. Wait,
Thank
I
you.
did not know about Duolingo being so fat.
Yeah, it's really fat.
Which news did you like the most? Oh, mosquito. Sorry. Which news did you like the most?
I like the second one. I like Duolingo.
Yeah. That one. Great stuff.
Well, now that we're like on the topic of language, do you think it's still necessary for people to like learn new languages now that AI has evolved? Since even Duolingo uses AI.
100%. Of course of course you should still learn languages. But for me, it's not really the whole, let me learn how to let me learn a new language as let me learn Spanish and let me learn all the sounds, or like let me learn Chinese and learn all the strokes. It's not really about that. It's more like learning how to think, like learning logic. Because I think learning a new language is something that cannot be replaced right now, because like it just hits somewhere, like some part of your brain very differently. I think it teaches you how to critically think completely differently than any other subject in school. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. But then I think we have to split this into two segments, right? For the people, are we talking about like kids in school, or adults? Because I think it would apply differently.
I do actually disagree with this, because I think that everyone needs to learn. Like learning doesn't stop just because you become an adult or something. So I do think that like learning a language teaches you at whatever age you are at, like just how to think and stuff. And I think the thinking becomes a little bit different, right? Like maybe as a kid, you're learning how to like understand cultural nuances or whatever. But I think as an adult, when you're learning this stuff, you can learn the culture of the language that you're trying to learn, right? Because like I think language isn't just like, let me get the alphabet down and let me put the alphabets together into words. It's actually like, how does this whole culture speak? How do they speak? What do they like?
Yeah, no, but what I meant, like, no, I agree with you, but I think there's still like a difference, because I 100% agree with you that I think kids still like they should still learn a new language because of the cognitive development. And then also like it's a lot easier for kids to learn a new language when they're young, right?
Yeah.
And then it's to also teach kids like a new language is like culture, right? Because like language is more than just words.
Yeah.
Like there's the culture,
sure.
understand from like another perspective, right? But then I think for adults, right, it's a lot harder for us to learn a new language since we're very occupied in our life. So I'm not saying that adults shouldn't. I'm just saying that like it really depends on as an adult why you're learning a new language, right?
Yeah.
Like, because you're not learning a new language right now, are you?
No, I am not.
Yeah. So you would rely on tech or AI when you travel to like a country where you can't speak that language.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I think instead of saying like, oh, you have to no matter what age, I think it really depends on your use case. So kids, 100%, yes, they should never stop learning because you know you should never rely on technology. As adults, do you think it makes, like, I guess for grandparents, if they're not interested in learning a language, but they go to like a foreign country where they can't speak the language, wouldn't it make more sense for them to just rely on the technology itself?
I think I understand what you mean by like, what scenario or why you want to learn languages. For me, I think with travel now, I don't really think it matters. Like, I don't think you need to learn a new language to travel. Because back then, right, I'm not that old, but people older than me, I remember when they used to have to travel, they would take, a month of classes, or like they get like the books,
book to,
right?
like,
So they could
to
go
walk
around and like, ¿Cómo estás?
Yeah.
But I think now with travel, no, like everything's just on your phone.
Right, Google Translate, you take a picture, it translates for you automatically.
But I will say that there's a difference between traveling to a place and knowing how to get around, right? That's one. The other would be traveling to a place and connecting with the people and understanding the culture. Because for me, I'm putting myself into the shoes of like, okay, so I'm Taiwanese. So let's say I'm in Taiwan and I see this foreigner, right? And they come up to me and then they get out their phone, they type in their language and then Google Translate, where is the nearest bathroom, or like something. I just be like,
yeah.
Right? But if it's like someone that's trying like, oh, bathroom, where? Like you can feel that connection, they're actually trying to learn the language, right? Maybe they're like stuttering, maybe their sentences aren't doing great. Their sentences aren't like full sentences, but like the fact that they're trying, it makes me as a person want to like help them more and like kind of ask them, oh, where are you from?
If they're going to the bathroom and you're asking them where they're from.
Well, maybe
they're urgent,
well, it depends on how urgent. If they're like,
I think the example you should have, or like, I kind of agree, but I think the example would be like, let's say you go to Japan, right? And then they give you your meal, right? Instead of saying thank you, you go like, oh, like arigatou gozaimasu, something like that, right?
Itadakimasu.
And then they would feel like, oh yeah, you're like appreciating like, like our language, this is like our country here, right? So it makes sense. So I think that's like a better way of like putting it, where instead of saying like thank you or like going straight up to like the salesperson in fluent English, but like, where is XYZ, right? It's you're not really respecting them. You're expecting them to like understand English through your language.
Yeah. It's I think going to a new country and not attempting to speak their language, there's a certain snobbiness to it.
Yeah.
And I do find that snobbiness comes from a lot of English speakers.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because I think we think that the world is all English. So wherever we go, they're supposed to conform to us.
Yeah.
So I do think, in my perspective, I don't think that AI translations, like if you're traveling and you're just relying all on the voice stuff, you're not gonna feel the love. You're not gonna get the culture.
I still think that's debatable because it's better than just speaking straight up English. You know what I mean?
It is.
So like, I feel like instead of saying like AI is blocking you from connecting with other, I think AI could be a tool to bridge connection. Let's say I use the app to like talk to a local person and then they text it back to me. And then we kind of have like an ongoing conversation, right? Because let's say with my limited Japanese, right? I can't have an ongoing conversation with the person there. So it's kind of like, oh yeah, this, and and then kind of like awkwardly ended. But I think with the app or like a device, it could continue and actually foster into something like a meaningful connection.
No, you're right. I think for me, it's a balance of how much to use it, right? I personally, just like using my example, if someone came up to me and spoke broken Chinese, I would feel much more obligated, or I would actually like this interaction meant something to me as opposed to like a robotic whatever. But obviously the most viable one is if they balance it, right? Like if, they're trying and then they give us whatever and then we can communicate in.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Kind of cute.
I think it's also hard to say because I don't know if I can say this on the camera, but you know how like some foreigners, when they go to like Asian countries and they do like the like
yes,
you know
I know what
it's
you
like
mean.
They're trying their best to kind of like respect the culture, but at the same time it could be racist.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
So this is a fun topic. So what do you think about that? Like, because for me, I really don't care. I actually like that they're doing it because in their head, it's they're trying to respect, or that they think that this is how to respect, or this is how to greet people. Obviously, if they're doing it in a racist or like a stupid way, then that's different, right? Then we would like have a little bit of tension. But like if this like idiot comes up to me and like speaks Japanese, I'd be like, and you can tell that they mean it. Like they're just trying to be respectful. Then I'd be like, like I'll take that, But wow, I never thought of that scenario.
You know what? Because like there was also news like recently. I think it happened like last week or 2 weeks ago. Like foreign tourists went to Thailand, and then they said like "ni hao" like in Chinese to like the Thailand people. And they were like, "Get off the boat." Like they banned them from getting on the boat because they're like, "You don't say that to us. Like we're not like." But then I don't know. Maybe the guy actually assumed that because like there are Chinese people in Thailand that
it's
like obviously I think that's an obvious case where it was a little bit racist. But
it's so hard to say though.
Right?
Like what if they were just stupid?
Yeah, and what if they're like elders, like seniors who like really didn't know or distinguish? Like, I don't know. This is just getting a lot of off topic, but I was just thinking about this.
When I was in Australia, as a kid, there were Asians, in Australia, but I lived more in the suburbs, in a not so popular, like big city. So there weren't a lot of Asians there, like I was a rarity, I was a hidden yellow gem. And, whenever I would meet someone new as a kid, they'd be like, oh, like, where are you from? But hey, I'm Australian. I'm from here. I grew up here, man.
Yeah.
But I would say, oh, I understand where they're coming from, right? So I say, oh, Taiwan.
Yeah.
And then they'd be like, oh, is that like Thailand?
Yeah.
But like, I think I never took it offensively because they weren't doing it in a dickish way. They literally don't know the difference. You know? So that kind of reminds me of that because it's like, if you're doing it in a respectful, this is just what I'm trying, man. I think it's okay.
It's like the line between culture appropriation and appreciation. Like, because how there are like people who dress in like Chinese or Korean traditional like outfits and take pictures or whatever. And then people are like, oh, that's like disrespectful. And then maybe local people are like, oh, it's so nice. They're like trying out like our outfits.
For sure.
Right. I don't know if you've seen debates like in the States, people can get canceled for like wearing something like from another culture. Right. So where do you draw the line? But this is more about culture now, not about language.
But I will say that like Duolingo, like we were just talking about Duolingo, like just the implementation of AI into learning languages, great. Like it's amazing. Like because I think it helps you pick up things so much quicker, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's just like AI, they've broken everything down. Like they can go at your pace
and personalize it for you.
Yeah. Because like did you used to have like a shitty language teacher where like this isn't my language? I just want to make sure. If I ask too many questions, they're like, and then they explain it, and then you're like, oh well, now I don't even want to know. You know what I mean? Like they teach with a little bit of attitude, because when you have a human teacher, like they're not the greatest teacher sometimes. You know, they kind of bring their biases or like
you're afraid that even, let's say, even if the teacher is nice, you're afraid that they'll laugh at you. Or like you get self-conscious. Because I've also tried a like, what's it called? It's like a learning language like platform where you can actually have like one-on-one sessions with real life like teachers. So let's say I tried one with Korean, and then like my teacher's Korean, right? And she'd be like, okay, can you try to read the sentence? And then I would fluster a little bit, like, because I'll be like, oh, will she laugh at me? Or like I feel a little embarrassed to read it out loud. But with Duolingo, like I just say out loud, I don't care, because like it's not going to judge me, and I get it right, you know.
Flex. But perfect. Like I do think AI, I think AI can recognize the deep linguistic parts of language. Like, you know, how to sound stuff out, how to make it sound good. And those things are actually the hardest to learn in a language, especially with a human teacher. You know, you can't sit here trying to like sound out everything for like 30 minutes. You know? And
also like a real teacher, like human, right? They're much more expensive. And it requires more planning. Like you have to make sure your teacher is available and you have that time to like sit down. But then, you know, I also think at the same time, like I've been on Duolingo for like almost 3 years. But anyways, like I feel like I still cannot tell people that I know Japanese.
I was gonna say,
because I still think at one point I might still need like an actual like class, in-person class, to advance like my Japanese or like my language skills.
But it can take you there. It can take
really
you
fast.
It can take you to the door.
It can build that confidence in me.
It can take you there, but you just need to refine some stuff. You know, because like you know, you were saying, right, you don't get embarrassed when you speak to your phone. Blah 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 blah. Oh, I feel like I feel trilingual, right? But like, okay, you go to Japan and then now you freeze up because you're like, oh shit.
Yeah, because these are real people. Like I get nervous.
You gotta take the car out for a test drive. You know, you gotta test it out a little. So it is. You can't ignore it. Like,
and I won't write like fluent in Japanese on my resume. You know.
Resume. Why resume? Have you been looking for a new job lately?
Anyways, I wouldn't write that. Like, or like you know how like there's like language tests, you know, like for Japanese, it's like N1, N2, N3, N4, and 5.
No, but
it's like
levels,
a certificate to prove that you're fluent in this language.
Cool.
Yeah. So like, I just based on learning Duolingo, I don't think I can take the easiest one either. Like I'm not confident in taking it either, because I tried it before. I was like, wow, I've been doing like 2 years of like Japanese. I got this, and then I downloaded like a practice test. And I was like, nope.
But the beauty of Duolingo and like these AI apps is like, okay, you're not there yet to take the test, but you've been learning Japanese for 500 days straight and it doesn't feel like learning. You know, you're having fun. You're like getting down the basics, like, and it's not taking any time out of your day, but like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. And those 20 minutes, you're having a great time, you know, because sometimes learning a language feels like a chore, you know, but like it's fun. Like you basically had fun for 500 days straight, every day, maybe for 10, 15 minutes, but you're getting something healthy out of it. Also travel tip. If people do want to actually learn a language and get like that cultural stuff, and you're poor like me, if you go to a new country, there's a lot of like language exchange forums where it's free. Like you go to a cafe, and it's an hour, 30 minutes, you speak their language and they kind of refine it for you. And the next 30 minutes you kind of teach them English. It's like a win-win. It's great. Like a lot of people that come to, you know, whatever country you're from, like I know a lot of friends that do that. And it's a way to like just get that culture, you know, like it's not just the language. You can like get that culture. You can interact. It can help you take the car out for a test drive, you know. So if you go to Japan, you should go find like a kawaii guy. I know Japanese too.
And then like, you know how there's like a lot of like cool AI language techs out there. For example, Samsung, they came out with like this AI translation, instant translation. So let's say I'm on the phone with like someone in like a restaurant in Korea, right?
Okay.
I want to reserve. If I speak English, you're just gonna be like, huh? Like what? And then they can't see me in person. So like even if I like do like the hand stuff, they won't get it, right? Because they can't see me. So what Samsung's new feature allows is that when I'm saying it in English, it instantly translates into Korean to the store owner, to the restaurant owners. So when they hear it, it's Korean. And then when they reply me, I hear it in English.
In real time?
Yeah, in real time.
That's
Maybe
really
a little
cool.
bit of like buffer, but like not long.
I do have a thing. Like, I feel like in the future with business meetings or whatever, it's just going to be like smart glasses or like just have something here.
Yeah.
I'm literally speaking in my language. You're speaking in yours. And then, but real time kind of like.
Exactly.
Crazy. Yeah.
Like I also like, you were talking, or I was talking about how like tech could be also a bridge for connection.
Yeah, you were.
I actually had like an experience when I was in Barcelona. I was on a work trip, right? And I was talking to the driver.
What do they speak?
Spanish.
Barcelonian? Oh, Spanish.
Or French.
Oh,
because
okay.
like they're like close to.
Do they have baguettes? Sorry. Oh. Sorry.
They do not speak French.
They do.
They speak Catalan or Spanish.
No, but they still do.
They know
some
French.
do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
some do.
Okay.
Because he was asking me, he was like, "Can you speak?" Because then I learned a little bit, and so I was like, "We," and then he was like, "Oh," and then he started saying a lot. I was like, "Oh, I can't do that."
What's Catalan?
Okay, so it's a state in Spain, which kind of wants to separate from Spain and become its own independent state.
Okay. And they have their own language? Mm-hmm. That's really cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's very different. Like they don't necessarily understand each other. They have to switch. Like if like like it's like I would say the difference between like Chinese and like Cantonese.
I see.
Kind of. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. No, because the driver was asking me. He was because he could speak like 3 languages, right? And then I was like, "Oh, I can't." Well, 4, including English. And then I was like, "Oh, I can't." And then his English was kind of broken, like very broken to a point where it was really hard to hold like an ongoing conversation. And then he took out his phone, and then we started having like ongoing back and forth conversation. And like he was just like, "Oh, I hope to see you next year again," And then I still have him on like WhatsApp. We don't talk, obviously, but
No, that
was nice.
makes me so happy because like 5 years ago that couldn't 5 years ago it could, but like 10, 15 years ago that couldn't have happened.
Yeah.
It would have just been a you know what? You've changed my mind. You have changed my mind. Hey, like all this stuff is pretty good for developing connections.
I think we have to emphasize, right? Like tech isn't here for any like replacement. It's a tool, right? It's to assist you. So I think yes, we shouldn't stop learning a new language just because AI is like very advanced, right? Or great. But we should have it as like a tool for us. That's why I said in the beginning, right?
Yes.
It should be split between like kids and adults, like in terms of learning a language. I think kids growing up usually just focus on learning instead of using AI. But when you're an adult, you don't have much time, and learning a new language is harder as an adult.
Yeah, you're right. Like these 500 days of Duolingo that you did, there's no way you would have taken 500 Japanese real person lessons, right? Like, it does aid and assist in your education.
Yeah.
I love that they use the chicken. See, it works. The chicken is amazing. All right, we good? We Gucci?
We're good.
All right. Well, thanks for watching IRL. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and leave us some comments and let us know what else you want us to talk about.
Or if you disagree and agree with
you
whatever
can
we
agree with us. We're great.
say. Okay, sure.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.